In this chapter, we're going to be looking at mathematical functions and some tools built into Java for that. We're also going to talk about character data types and string data types. To begin with, we're going to start about mathematical functions. Java provides us a whole bunch of methods for doing mathematical functions. It is contained in the math class, so we have a math class. The class contains a couple of constants, which is the constant pi, the constant e, which is Euler's number, used for natural logarithms. The class also has a bunch of methods built in for all the different kinds of trigonometry you want to do, exponents, ways to round numbers, ways to find the minimum, maximum, absolute value, and to find random numbers. These methods are all built into the math class, and we'll take a look at those in our upcoming videos. Before we get to that, let's take a look at the math class. So here is the Oracle Java documentation for the class math. Okay. If we scroll down here, we can see that it has a couple built-in fields. One of them is a constant because it's final. Okay, and it is static. So all of these things in this class are static, which means we don't have to create objects of them first. We can access them just by using the class name. So if you think back to doing scanners, we had to create a scanner object and assign that to a variable, and then we use the variable dot and the names of its methods in order to ask that scanner that we created to do some things for us. Well, in a utility class like this, the methods are static, and that means we don't have to create an object of them first. Instead, we're still going to use dotted notation, but we're going to use the name of the class math before it. So we'll say math.abs if we want to do an absolute value, math.ceil for ceiling if we want to find the ceiling of a number. We'll talk about what those mean as we go through these. But the math class, if you go to the documentation online, you can see all these different functions, all these different math functions that are built in that we can make use of, and we don't have to write them ourselves. And we'll talk about some of these as we go. Logarithms, maximums, minimums, multiply exact, multiply full. We will not be talking about all of these, but we'll be talking about some of the key ones that you're likely to encounter in this course, especially math.pow, math.random. You can see there's a lot of them, and I couldn't possibly cover them all, especially since maybe a lot of people watching this haven't had trigonometry and may not understand the trigonometric functions. But when you get there, you will know that they are here. And we'll see examples in the upcoming videos.